Okay, so welcome everybody to this EMSA webinar. As you may know, this webinar has been organized by the European Medical Students Association, which is a non-profit, non-governmental organization representing medical students from all across Europe. EMSA is recognized by the European Parliament, the European Commission, and the World Health Organization. The association provides a platform for high-level advocacy, projects, trainings, workshops, and international meetings. And as you could see in the invitation, this webinar has been organized by the Medical Education Pillar. My name is Beatriz Atienza. I'm the EMSA Medical Education Director. And this is Dr. Yusuf Yesil, who will lead this webinar.
Hello.
I would like to thank the medical education assistant for academic affairs, Ibrahim Akhtar, who has been working really hard to organize this webinar. Dr. Yesil is from the Istanbul Faculty of Medicine. He graduated in 2017 and started residency in biochemistry field in this faculty. His career plans are built on technologies and on how to implement them in medicine. He took a step forward and launched a startup named Yesil Science with his team. He's working on artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. We will get to know more about his work as well as learning into entrepreneurship in medicine during this webinar. And I hope you will enjoy this time. And you can ask questions on the right side of the link in YouTube, in the chat, and then we will try to answer all of them after the webinar. That will be around 40 minutes length. And thank you very much, Dr. Yusuf Yesil, and this is your time now.
Thank you very much. Welcome all of you. And I am Yusuf Yesil, medical doctor at Istanbul Faculty of Medicine, and I am doing my residency on biochemistry. I graduated in 2017, and how I start this journey and how I decided to start a startup, and how I decided to start the job like technology, because my origin was on medicine. We will talk about a little bit about these questions answer. So first, I need to share my presentation with you. Yeah. Today, our topic is entrepreneurship in medicine. That's my career step. When I was a medical student, in my 3 year of medical education, I went to Harvard Medical School for a visitor research scholarship. I was a visitor student in a laboratory in cell biology department, and I work about the ELA's disease. Maybe you know, it was very popular after the Ice Bucket Challenge. And my 4th year of medical education, I went to Stanford University Medicine Radiology Department, and I study about a nanoplasmonic test device. It was analyzing to almost any component of blood to detect any antigen. It's working like ELISA. We were develop a chip system, nano chip system, and we were detecting to some antigens like HIV virus or tuberculosis bacteria, something like that. And after my that experience, I was very interesting about digital visual technology. So after that, my experience, I decided to start my own startup, and I founded Yesil Science in 2015. And also, I am a board member of either it's a organization, non-profit organization, and I mentioned before, as I mentioned before, I graduated from Istanbul Faculty of Medicine in 2017, and I started my residency on biochemistry at 2018. What was the problem? It's pushing me to build a startup. The HIV virus is an enveloped complex RNA virus containing the fusion with GP41 protein located in handle of the GP120 attached to CD4 T lymphocyte with glycoprotein GP120. It's a very hard sentence to understand for all of us, especially for who is not working about health or not studying about medicine. It's very hard to understand this sentence. So because of this complexity, I was thinking about can I visualize that process, that's long sentence and very hard, very complicated molecular process, more visual and more understandable. So with this purpose, I start my startup Yesil Science with this purpose. Uh, in my high school years, I was very interesting about digital visual technology, and I was very interesting about computer generally. And many of my teachers was knowing that skill and interest of me. And one day, my biology teacher, come to me to announce a competition. That was a competition about digital animation, 2D animation competition in high school, all the country. And he said me to, you must join this. You must make an animation, and we can send this animation to this competition. So I said my teacher to, I don't know anything about visual animation. I just did some electronic music in that year, but it was very amateur, and I didn't do anything about the animation. But after our conversation, he said me to, I have there is a biology laboratory, and there was a computer, very old computer inside of that laboratory. You can use that for that competition preparation, and you can do this. So I sit on that computer, and I open the Google and writing to how to do animation in 2D. I remember that, and I found some computer programs, and I started to make an animation from scratch. It was very amateur, but it was a very nice experience for me to learning a process from scratch. And my visual technology interest start with this competition, and I couldn't get any degree from this competition. I couldn't get any awards, but the next year, I make another animation for same competition again, but I couldn't get any awards from that too. And after that year, I entered the university, and along to my university education, I continue to making animation, modeling some 3D process. But generally, I was doing it's for just competition, not about medicine. And one day I think to I am studying medicine and I am doing very different things from medicine, doing animation, 3D modeling, 3D animation. It's very different from medicine or health. So I think to how I can combine that two sides. So I went to my another teacher in university, and I said, "Hello, I am doing something like that, mostly general concept animation, cartoon movies, but I want to implement in medicine. How can we do something like that?" And we prepare a medical animation for a process about diaperesis. Maybe you know. It's a process inside of the blood transportation of the some cells along to blood vessels to tissue. And we made an animation about this, and my teacher showed that in a real lesson. And after that, I a little bit figure out how I can implement this on medicine. Uh, all of us studying about this process, these long sentences, but it's very hard to understand all the process with sentence, just sentence. We need visual things, video support to increase that understanding. So I decided to focus on that area. And when I go to Harvard University for internship, uh, I write the laboratory, something like that. I would like to come to your laboratory for academic study, but also I am doing 3D animation and 3D illustration in scientific issue. So I can help you to convert your medical, convert your research information, research results to 3D and more visual. So when I went there, we made research. Also, I convert to all the research outputs to 3D and like poster, image, and we published that on some article. So the next year I went to Stanford and I did same process too at that laboratory. And after my before my end of the internship at Stanford, there was a party for me to returning back to my country. And that at this party, some of other laboratory members, two of other laboratory members came to me and say to, "You are doing great jobs, great illustration and modeling. We are watching you when you are working, designing on your table. You are doing well, but you need to do it in a business plan, like business. If you build this business, we would like to be your first customer." So when I heard this, I very excited because I was dreaming to build my startup maybe since high school. I was reading many books about economy, brand management, and build a leader. I was very excited when I hear that. And when I returned back to my country, Turkey, I decided to very quickly start my startup. Uh, as this purpose, I build my startup Yesil Science, and first days, first years, we just focused on 3D illustration for scientific process, researchers to building, making their research outputs more visual. So in Turkey, there is a exam about exam called TUS. It's a residency exam. for doing residency. You are getting a score from this exam, and depend your score, you are choosing some department and hospitals. So depend your score, you can use your residency. So because of that, its exam is very important among the students. So I was starting to study for these exams, and I start my startup beginning of to that study. So it was very hard to me to getting that decision to build a startup, because I have very strict time to spend. So I need use that very cleverly. So it was very hard decision for me. Also, I am a medical student, so I haven't any person who I can follow, him or her is medical doctor or medical student, build their startup. So because I haven't any sample front of me, it was very hard to decide to build that startup. When I decided to decide, I was telling my friends to I have an idea, and also I am doing this. Also, I tested it in my laboratory experience. It is very great idea, I think, because it's my idea. Every time it's same. If you have an idea, it's very great for you, but sometimes it's not very great for in real. Never mind. And I said I have a great idea to my friend, and I want to build a startup about this. And also I wasn't sure about the name and logo. I was designing to all of that, and I said, yeah, I want to build a startup. And he said me to, you have an exam and you are a medical student, why would you like to build a startup? It's very different job for you. It's very risky, he said. But I am very dreamy person. So if I dream, I believe that's dream, and it's something like love. You are getting very strictly believe in this dream. So I was believing to my dream, and I follow my dream, and I didn't um, affect that's all the sound surround me to all the negative sound surround me to affect my jobs, affect my dreams. So inside of that's all the situation. I start my startup, and I it passed 2 years little bit passive, because I was preparing a very big exam. So in this process, I joined many competition about entrepreneurship. So I was getting experience from all the that competition, all the acceleration programs. So after my residency exam, I get a score to enter to biochemistry. It was a very high score for the exam, but I decided to get into biochemistry because I didn't want to far away from that scientific process of the medicine. So when you being a clinical doctor, it is very hard to get into that scientific molecular process so much. So I decided to biochemistry, and also I didn't want to doing shifts, and I want to separate to my startup more time. So because of all that situation, I decided to get into the biochemistry. And start of my residency, I have more time from my study period, and we by the residency and at these times we are more focused on the augmented reality and virtual reality technology because it was very new and very excited technology in the world, also especially among the developers. So I was following all the technology by developer, and I decided to get into that technology. I didn't want to miss that train. So I start with the virtual reality technology. I was doing 3D model, 3D animation, but just I have to do this animation in virtual reality environment because virtual reality it's virtual reality is a little bit different from the other animation. So I will show you some of our illustration that is representing to GP 120, 40, GP 41, and MSC protein. That is LDL, cholesterol, and creatinine codes of that's cholesterol molecules. And that is animation. It was the cover of the advanced materials published. Yeah, as I mentioned, I start with the virtual reality technology, and I was doing modeling and animation in 3D. Because of the virtual reality technology, it requires a little bit different image and different videos from other technology. I need to convert some of my models, some of my business to another shape. So you can imagine the virtual reality technology image something like the world sphere. When you open the world sphere, it's like a flat map. But when you roll all the map, you can feel all the world like a sphere. So when you would like to create a virtual reality application, you need to cover all the surround you, left, right, top, down, and also front and back. So you need the 6 camera for the cover all the surround you. So when you cover all your surround, you need to capture all these image same times. And when you capture that image, you are collecting and merging all that image in one image. And you can storage this image like the open shape of the world map. And so because of that, technique is a little bit different from the old 3D technology. I need to convert some of my business plan a little bit. So, and I need to how to develop in virtual reality. So I focused on that. Also, you are doing all that job in computer. Also, I would like to capture this image from the real world. So I bought an camera. It's allowed to capture 3D 360-degree. So I was trying to many tests with this camera. As you see, I was passing a bridge and I captured some photo, and the right side of that right side image is from our graduation. That's from our library in university. Also, as I mentioned, I learned how to convert my 3D process to getting a virtual reality animation. So when I learned this, I started to build, make animation, scientific animation everyone can watch in VR glass. So, and I made this and put on YouTube. When I put that YouTube, there was nothing about scientific virtual animation. So this was very important step for us too, because after that project, we had many interview, many news about us too, and we had chance to telling our product and tell our project. So it was very nice PR for us. And we made some another virtual reality animation too that presents to insulin molecules and receptor of insulin. Also, I capture a real world virtual reality video too. That's from surgery operation. I made a capture. I recorded to approximately 2 minutes video from two. It was in 2016. After my virtual reality after my virtual reality experience, I decided to get into the augmented reality too, because when you show any virtual reality animation or any photos or any illustration, you need a virtual reality glass. So it's very hard to getting virtual reality everywhere, every time. So because of that limitation, I decided to switch to augmented reality and more focused on augmented reality for my future works. So I was studying about how I can convert all of my models, all of my animation to augmented reality platform. Um, that slide representing to disruptive technology. What is disruptive technology? Disruptive technology is called disruptor because that technology is changing many things in many sectors, and it changed very fast. Because of their fast and impact, it's called disruption. It's a very big impact. It has very big impact. What are these technologies? The most important one is artificial intelligence, as you know, and augmented reality, virtual reality, big data, Internet of Things, and blockchain technology is one of important technology is called disruptive technology. As Yesil Science, as our startup, we are mainly focused on artificial intelligence and augmented reality technology for now. In past, we also work on virtual reality. Also, we are doing virtual reality project, but our main focus in augmented reality for now. Um, big data is very important for artificial intelligence or shortly AI, because for developing any AI model, you need data. If you have more data, if you have big data, you are getting more accurate model. So the data is very important for the artificial intelligence models and projects. An artificial intelligence and AI project or AI algorithm, what is contained inside of this AI model? Firstly, you need the data. If you have data, you can put your data to the model and you can get some result about this data. But first, as humans, we are learning when you face with many data, many samples about same topic, and after that data, we are getting some decision in our brain about this process, these models. So as humans, we are creating something like that model. It's very similar. Because of this similar, because of our brain works, the AI systems, AI models is very similar to our how our brain works. Like in this picture, you can see the input and output and uh, hidden layers between these. So you have data, you have to featureize that data, but depend on some feature, and you need to want to get a result about this data. So example, I have 1,000 image, example X-ray image from the patient who have pneumonia, example. And I have 1,000 X-ray image of chest from a healthy person. So as a medical student, if I want to learn that process, when I facing with 1,000 healthy X-ray image, I am doing some calculation in my brain, and I am doing some featureizing in my brain, like the opacity or some nodules or some lesion inside of the chest. So I am doing some featureizing in my brain, but we can't know about this project, this process. In AI systems, when you feed to AI with 1,000 normal, 1,000 pneumonia patient, that's AI models is learning about your data. You say 1,000 this and 1,000 this, get all the image to binary systems, extract all the image matrix to mathematical values, and after that extraction, uh, calculate how to how to accumulate that values around all the image. And also you can say to find some age about the some lesion or some organs, what you would you like to find. So after all the that featureizing, you say to AI model to how to decide that process. So mainly, basically, how AI models work, something like that. And also, that augmented reality technology was one of our startup focus. So because of that, I would like to do a simple explanation about that three technology. Virtual reality technology and VR and AR technology is a little bit complicating for many people because of the synonym short short name of that. Virtual reality technology is something like I am in real world and I would like to experience another world, something like in space or something like in New York or on the top of the Empire State. So if I would like to experience another world or another sign, I need to use the virtual reality technology. Virtual reality technology, VR technology, is allowing that feature. Augmented reality technology is a little bit different. You are in real world, and you would like to bring the digital world to upon your real world. Example, I am driving as this slide. I am driving, and that's the navigation map on my glass. So you are meaning to real image with another mean and another information. You can amplify this information level. Mixed reality is a little bit different, so I don't want to enter this technology too. So VR can take you anywhere, and AR can bring you anything. It's explained to very easily to that to technology. What's our startup working about? I would like to tell about this very shortly. One of our product is Augmentify. Augmentify allows to pharmaceutical company, biotechnological company to allow to advertising their product in augmented reality. As I mentioned, our startup founded purpose to make scientific process more visual and more 3D. Because of that purpose, we model many molecular process. So we would, with this product, we would like to use all that process to that company, a pharmaceutical and biotechnological company, can use that models to telling their product, their drug, how that's work, how they affect to on human, on molecular side. So with this purpose, we developed the Augmentify product. It's a mobile application. When you open that application, the camera is showing you, surround you, and when you are scanning to all the environment surrounding you. And example, when I show the table, there is a flat surface on the table. If I touch the screen, there is coming up to 3D model of the how drug effect on molecules. So Augmentify is a product, something like that, using AR technology. Also, we have impact product. It's just only outside of the medical project for us. It's about social media analyze, and we would like to. Our purpose is to the social media data of everyone, getting this data more analytical and more easy to understand for persons. I can give an example like that. Like I am an Instagram user. When I enter our mobile application, I am logging in my with my Instagram account, and that application is calculating to my social impact score. So with this impact score, I can get some offer from brands to advertise their brand, and I can learn to what is my impact on that social media platform. And Fully AI, it's a mobile application too. We are generally building to mobile application because it's very easy to use, and everyone has a mobile phone. So it is very effective for us to reach a very big amount of people. Fully AI, it's a mobile application that allow to first it's getting a picture of your throat, and example, you feel yourself as cold flu, and you take your throat picture, and after that picture step, the application question you choose some question and asking some question to you, and you are writing that answer, and after that its application calculates a score for you. That score is representing to your flu is viral, bacterial, or normal. So what we propose with this application, we would like to guiding to patient in this process. As a patient, when I am cold flu or when I had symptoms like that, all the patient have a question: what is it? How can I do for that? Must I go to hospital or something like that? So all of people need to have guide. So with this purpose, we would like to be a guide of that patient, and we would like to reduce the antibiotic use because of the wrong therapy from because of the patient. Another product of us is Blue AI. Blue AI is a machine learning supported mobile application or Windows application. It will be both of us. It will both. It's an application allowing to scan the retinal image of the patient and saying to possibility of diabetic retinopathy. So that product also under development from our team. And Baby AR is the last product of us. It's allowing to pregnant to showing their baby with augmented reality. Example, I am pregnant. It's impossible, but it's I need to give a example, and I would like to dream to how my baby is seen like. So with this application, when you open this open application, it's asking you 3 or 4 questions about your baby ultrasound value, and you are entering to value about your baby, and that's application generating a 3D model. It's seems like your baby, but not seems like face or detailed, but it seems like the length and how big baby in your body. So that's free. That's 5 product we are developing for now. Our technology, as I mentioned, we are focused on mainly augmented reality and AI technology. Also, with this technology, we are developing the software, especially mobile application. Also, we are doing virtual reality project, 3D printing project, and 3D modeling and animation. That's one of our illustration representing to myasthenia gravis disease. That's Zika virus illustration. That's showing to CD4 T cells and HIV virus interaction. That's one of the image from our AR experience. I'm not sure it's playing. Oh. Yeah, it's playing. That's a AR portal, augmented reality portal application. When you show the surface, you can touch the surface, and bringing up to a portal door, you can enter it and explore that's another world. That's also another mobile application too. You can put any 3D model top of the table. That's representing the infliximab drug. It's a monoclonal antibody anticore for proposing to anti-inflammatory effect, and that's mobile application showing that drug effect. One of our AR application. It's also on Google Play Store since 3 days. It's another works from us. It's showing a probiotic mechanism. It's also AR application. It's showing neural signals process. It's also AR app. It's also augmented reality supported application, and we designed this application for hospital. When you open this application, you are showing the buildings or any sign, and it's showing you to how direction is going which department. We have a very big team since 2 years. We grow very fast. It's not current team, but now we are 11 people, and we will be 15, I think, next week. We have computer engineering, 3D artists, and medical engineering, and other departments. We have very complex and nice a nice team. So I would like to congratulate to my team too for their efforts too from here. And we have other teams too. We have a Yesil core team proposed to creating a platform about medical technology. Who are interested in that medical technology area can join us to listen some guest speakers, and we would like to create a platform who can everybody can discuss about this technology and their effects. Also, we have a Yesil Grant platform and Yesil City Pubs. As Yesil City Pubs, we are a team with we are a team proposed to getting into creating some publication, some articles about popular topics about medicine. So you can follow all of that team from our website too. Also, we was on press in some news and websites too. Also, we have some awards about our product too. Thank you very much for listening to me. You can follow our website to get information about our product too. Also, you can reach me about any question via this mail and social media accounts.
Thank you very much,
You're
Dr.
welcome.
Yusuf. I have some questions that were aroused during this meeting. First of all, thank you very much for your webinar. It has been impressive.
You're welcome.
During the webinar, we had a question from Makuno Hatuto. He was asking how impact calculate that he can understand the impact of the score of the calculation. Could you tell us more about it?
Yeah, of course. We are getting to some information about your Instagram account, like your likes, your comments, how frequently you are posting, how frequently you are publishing the story. We are getting many information about your account, and we have a formula about all the processed all the data. And after that formula, we are getting a score about your impact on social media. It's depends many things. Also, it's depends your friends too. If you have more scored friends, you are getting more score too. So it depends many variable, but mainly about your interaction with people and your likes, your comments, your follower. It's very main, but it's also has many variables.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer.
You're
and
welcome.
While listening to you, it came to my mind one question that was seeing all your pathway. What do you think it was the hardest part throughout all this process?
Hmm. I think hardest part was while on my startup founding process. It was very hard to decide to this big decide because the medicine is very different from other sectors. You couldn't get any lesson about economy. You couldn't get any lesson about business. So you have to learn to all the that process by yourself. And as an entrepreneur, you have to know how to build website, how to design a logo, how to design a poster, and how to bringing all the team together, how to continue a project. So you have to get many skills about many things. So it was the hardest thing because I haven't a background about a business or something or engineering. So the hardest part was on beginning.
Wow, thank you very much for your answer.
You're
And
welcome.
nowadays, what would be your biggest dream for the future?
Mm-hmm. Our biggest dream as a startup, it's not my personal dream, is creating an environment, creating a platform via AI technology to allow to mm, analyze many information about patient. It's clinical information. It can be clinical information. It can be about the patient symptoms. It's also can be about biochemistry test or radiological image. We would like to combine all that information in one application and analyze in one application and giving to patient report about all his or her data. It's also important to calculate and analyze the human emotion, human another variables you can't count on test or radiology or other techniques. So we would like to grow a holistic purpose to analyze all the patient information. We would like to use AI technology for this project for future. It's very hard for now too.
Such a big inspiration. Um, we have a question on the chat from Kubilay Kaismas. He says, "Thank you for your interesting presentation. Do you think that tools such as virtual reality, augmented reality, and AI are more applicable in certain fields of medicine?"
I understand which department it will use mostly, or
Um, that he says also, do you have any plans for implementing this kind of projects in primary care, family medicine, and maybe
okay,
improving health
okay.
literacy of the Turkish public?
Okay, I understand. Thank you for a question. And for primary care, mostly our flu air product is fit for primary care because we would like to detect the flu type. Is it bacterial or is it viral or normal? So if we decide accurate about these symptoms, we would like to reduce the antibiotic use and application to secondary or primary care application. So if we guide the patient accurate, we can support to that primary care process and secondary way.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I think I have the last question since we don't have any more on the chat. I would like to invite all of the people that are watching us to ask questions on the chat if they have to. But the last question for me was, what do you think of this question that we all have in mind about would all technology will be taking care of patients and not doctors anymore? Do you think it is realistic, or it is just a dream?
I think it's a dream because there is many publication about this. How the control shared by doctor or machine, it's called machine. AI called machine in this sentence. I think it's dream because it is impossible to giving all the permission, all the decide process to machine, because machine can do mistakes. So if machine do mistakes, it can be who will be responsible about these mistakes. So all the time, doctor or health professional must supervise on machine. That's the ideal solution for now. And mostly publication says and suggestion that's idea for nearly future and now. But about our products, especially about full AI, we would like to help the physician and hospital to reduce the density of the work of the hospital, because if we guide to patient truly, mostly viral infection can treat it in home. So we can hold the patient in home to don't go to hospital, waste of time and waste of source because of the not necessary application.
Thank you very much for your answers, and I would like to thank you again for your participation on this webinar.
You're
and
welcome.
For your collaboration with EMSA. And I don't know if you have any further comments on this before we stop broadcasting.
I would like to thank you for this opportunity to you.
Okay, and thank you very much for all the people that came to the webinar and watched us. This webinar will be recorded so that everyone that wants to watch it again or share it with their colleagues, they can too. Okay, thank you very much.
Goodbye.